Hi, everyone. How are you all doing this evening? It's Marcia here, and I am just checking in with you all this evening on CS Bite and a Mouthful podcast. I'm not going to be very long this evening because, as a matter of fact, I'm not really having a show this evening, but I nevertheless did not want you to show up, and I was not here, and I am missing in action. So I have had a late afternoon cancellation from my guest because he had some emergencies and could not be on. So as I said, let me just tune in, let you know that it's not a missing in action and I'm not MIA. Just don't have a guest for you this evening. But I just want to take a minute to talk to us about upgrades. Recently I lost my phone. Well, not physically lost it, but the equipment broke. I had an iPhone 6 and I guess downloading all kinds of things. And, these things are not really made to last you any length of time. So usually like every 2.5 years going into 3 years, my phone would just automatically need an upgrade. And so while I was trying to get one, asking my son to check online for me, check the prices for me, he was kind of giving me the runaround. I mean, why are you ordering a phone, mommy? You don't need a phone, and, all the other things until, I really got upset and I'm like, Michael, I don't have a phone, and, phone is my business and whatever, whatever. I need a phone. Then one evening I saw him on the phone and, I went to take the phone to have a conversation with the person he was online with. And he's like, my mom is going to take the phone. And I'm like, usually he doesn't say that. Usually he would give me the phone and whatever. So I realized that they were talking about getting me a phone for Mother's Day. So fast forward, I now have a new phone compliment of my son. And so big thank you, son. And I just want to talk about upgrades. Our cars, we upgrade. Our equipments, we upgrade. Technologically, we upgrade. But what about ourselves? How do we upgrade ourselves? Are we upgrading emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially? Are we really upgrading? Are we investing in ourselves? Because just like all the physical, the equipment, all the things that we do, we take so much pride in. Every 3 year we want to trade our phone in, or we want to trade our cars in because we want a more updated version, and we're afraid that the car will break down on us or something. I mean, we are not in the technology as it is. But what about us? How do we invest and upgrade our relationships with ourselves, with our partners, with our children, with our friends, but most importantly, spiritually? Do we find ways to tap into new ways of doing things, more upgraded ways of doing things? Do we try to find out, what our partners like, what they don't like, how we can better upgrade our relationship, you know, um, to enhance better communication, to, just do pretty much, things that will make us as a couple, as a family better. And so that's what I want to speak to us about this evening briefly. What about educationally? How are we doing that? A couple of weeks ago, we had Dominic from Pilar College on our program here who gave us a wealth of information as to how we can upgrade ourselves educationally. He spoke about the LEAP program, for adults like ourselves. He spoke about ways that we can get additional credits, coming into the college. He spoke to us about finances that are there to help us, grants, scholarships, and stuff like that. Are we making use of these information? Because this program is a program with a difference. I want this program My aim with this program, and I think, from responses that I've been getting, has been good in that I think we have been imparting much needed information to persons. We are educating them, we are edifying them, we are enlarging their borders and their territories, just giving them knowledge so that at the end of each program, they are leaving better than they came. As I say each time, we aim to inspire so that people can be better off. That is the aim of CS Bite and the Mouthful podcast. So I implore you, look at ways how we can, invest ourselves more into our relationship. Look at ways how we can better enhance ourselves educationally, financially. Look at our finances. We had Shiki Sharp, on a tax, discussion with us last week, Friday, in which we spoke about, your taxes and how do you file your taxes? If you're a small business, what category do you fall under? Did you just start a new business last year and need financial advice? How do you file your taxes as an LLC? So these are all ways that I seek to get persons who will edify you, inform you, so that you have more knowledge, you have more power. Knowledge is power, and that is what I'm trying to do, to give you power, to give you fuel for your journey as you go along. So as I said, I am in solo mode this evening, and I won't be staying long with you. I just came on this evening for a bite, not a mouthful. So I just hope that something that I said here will, kind of give you a little push, a little drive to look into some of the things that you can do to better enhance yourself. And as I said, look at how we can upgrade us, not just the things around us. So it's more people enhanced than thing enhanced. And that's what I want. More about you, more about me, more about our neighbors, more about our friends, how we can enhance and how we can be of a blessing to someone else. So stay tuned. We have a lovely program planned, continuation for you come next week. We're going to be continuing to look at taking the dis out of disability and instead enhancing the abilities in our persons with special needs. So next week, we're going to be having a psychologist, we're going to be having social workers, we're going to having advocate groups that are coming on. We're going to be having a lawyer speaking to us about our living will and, just things that we need to put in place for our persons with special need. And not just for persons with special need, but then again, you have a lot of us who are here today and we are going on and going on, and then something uneventful happen and we get a stroke, we go into something. What kind of um, what kind of advice, what kind of a legal entity do we want to, have our children, our spouses, our families with? Will they know what to do when we can no longer do it for ourselves? So these are all information that we want to pass on to you so that you have knowledge. You have power within your hands while you have the ability to do so. So join us next week, Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. 6 p.m. if you're watching from Jamaica or wherever else you may be. We ask that you adjust your time to our standard time here. So I will see you next week, Wednesday, with a well planned program for you where we continue to enhance your abilities. Until then, Marcia here with CS Bite and a Mouthful saying, have a blessed night. Bye.